Hey, okay, so today I'm gonna show you guys a purple eyeshadow tutorial using some of the new shades that are in Seint's holiday advent calendar. So as part of their holiday release, Seint released this advent calendar. It has 12 different eyeshadow shades included. It's called the 12 Shades of Christmas. And all of the shades are included in this are stunning, but they're also limited edition. And so you can only get them if you purchase this advent calendar. And the sooner the better, because once this calendar is gone, then the shades are gone too. Now, if you have never used Seint's eyeshadows before, then you're honestly missing out. It's one of my favorite things about this product line. One, because they're obviously great quality. They're super pigmented, really easy to work with. They blend like a dream. But the other thing that I really love about their eyeshadow shades, and this is something that makes them very unique from other product lines, is all of their eyeshadow shades come in individual tins. And these tins can actually magnetize to their compacts. So that way you can actually create a completely customized eyeshadow palette based on colors that you want. And when a shade runs out, instead of having to throw out the entire palette to, replace the single shade, you can actually just pop out that tin, purchase a new one of that color, and then pop it right back in. So that's one of the things that I think just makes this product line that much better than all of the rest. So let's go ahead and dive into this tutorial. So Seint has, I wanna say, over 90 different eyeshadow shades, plus the 12 new ones that come in the advent calendar. So there are a lot of shades to choose from. So I'm actually gonna be using 2 shades that are part of the current line, and then these 3 down here are part of the advent calendar. So these 2 shades right here, you can just buy them as individual shades, and I've got Lullaby, and then this one right here is Drift. And then these 3, like I said, they're part of the advent calendar, so if you want these shades, you need to get the advent calendar, and along with these 3, you would get 9 other really pretty shades. But this one right here is called Una, this one's Lily, and then this one right here is called Eternal. So the first thing I do whenever I am doing an eyeshadow look is I like to prep my lid with some sort of primer. To me, the easiest thing is just to use my Seint main highlight shade, and I will just put it all over my lid. Gives me a little bit more of an even base, but because it's a cream, I then like to set it with the Vanilla Dust setting powder just to kind of set that in place. And this helps to neutralize the eye, so that way if there's any redness or purple or vein or anything like that that's kind of showing through, it makes it a nice like neutral canvas to work with. But it also helps the eyeshadow to kind of cling onto and gives it a lot more longevity throughout the day. So I'm gonna use Seint's eyeshadow brush, and that's actually the name of it. It's called eyeshadow brush. So when you look online, that's the one you're looking for. But as you can see, it is double-ended. So it's got kind of a longer, wispier end, and then it's got a smaller, slightly more dense end. And then I'm just gonna dip into this shade right here called Lily. And I am just going to put this all over my lid, just to give me a really soft, light purple base to work with. And then I flipped the brush over, and I'm just gonna run a little bit along my lower lash line as well. And even just with this single shade on, I could just stop right here and have this be my whole eyeshadow look, but we're actually gonna keep going. And I'm going to now dip into this shade right here. It's called Lullaby. Like I said, this one is actually already part of Seint's eyeshadow lineup, and I am just placing this right inside of my crease. I'm actually going a little bit above it. If it's easier, you can actually open your eyes to kind of see where you need to do that placement. But I like to go a little bit above where my crease is, just because I have hooded eyes, and going a little bit above it actually helps to open up my eyes and make it look a little bit bigger. And then I'm just gonna blend this color really softly into the crease. So next I'm gonna go into this shade right here called Una, and I can get a whole bunch of eyeshadow just by tapping it a little bit. Like I said, they're super pigmented and really easy to work with. And with this one, so you could just go all over the lid, but I actually like to just tap it on the very center part of it. And part of the reason why I like to concentrate on like the center part of it is because it doesn't have to kind of overpower the entire lid. And for people who have maybe slightly mature skin where their eyelids are a little bit softer and a little bit more wrinkly, it can kind of create almost a crepey texture if you add any sort of shimmer to it, which Una has a lot of that shimmer to it. But if you want to be able to still kind of get that shimmer effect, but without that crepiness, if you put, like I said, just a little bit of that shimmer in the very center, I haven't touched these outer parts of my eye, and yet it makes the whole lid look very shimmery and pretty. Okay, so next I'm gonna take this shade right here. It's called Eternal, and I'm actually using this new brush that Seint just released like a month or so ago. It's called the ETCH brush, but as you can see, it has this, I don't know if you can, let me see if I can show it a little bit better, but it has this flat, straight edge that's really thin, and I use this for applying my eyeliner. And I personally like to use a dark eyeshadow as an eyeliner just because it's a little bit more soft. So all you have to do is just very gently tap into the color with the edge of this brush, and then you basically just stamp it into place where you want it. It's like the easiest brush to work with. And then I personally always like to put my liner just on like the outer half of my eye, and I do that both on the top and the bottom using that ETCH brush. Now, something that I did not have in my palette, but I'm gonna actually add it right now, it's called the Brush Cleaning Tile. I use this every single day with my eyeshadows, and what it does is it allows me to clean off my brushes, just kind of gently going over it with the bristles to clean off the brushes in between shades. And right now I'm gonna dip into the shade called Drift, but because I was using some of the darker shades earlier, I wanna make sure my brush is nice and clean so that way none of that transfers in the areas where I'm gonna put this lighter shade. So I'm just gonna dip into the shade Drift, and I'm just gonna put it right here, right underneath where like the arch of my brow is. And then I'm just gonna very gently kind of blend it in to where I have that other shade in my crease. And then I'm also gonna put a little bit of that Drift in the very inner corner of my eye for a little added pop. And now I'm gonna quickly go and add my mascara. Okay, so this right here is the finished look. I absolutely love this combination. I actually grabbed 3 of the advent calendars just because I don't want to run out of these purple shades because I love them that much. And if you are somebody who has green or brown eyes especially, these shades are going to just make your eyes pop. So I will go ahead and I will link everything that I use to create this look. Now, if you are also interested in the other makeup that I use, like my foundation, I would be more than happy to assist you in getting started with it. I absolutely love this line, just like the eyeshadows, it's all customizable, and I can actually help color match you. So I will leave a link to my color match form. All you have to do is fill out the information and submit a photo to me in natural lighting without any makeup on, and then I can let you know exactly what colors will match your skin tone and give you kind of a breakdown of all of the products that I recommend getting started with. So I have been an artist with this company since 2017, and it's been such an incredible thing to be a part of. So if you are interested in the business side of this company, I would absolutely love to get you some additional information about it. And if you find that it's a good fit for you, then I would love to have you join my team, and I would love to be your mentor as you get started in the business side of things. So I will go ahead, I will leave a link with some additional information that you can check out, and then hopefully we can chat about it soon.